Hi, we're at the Dallas International Film Festival, and we'd like to welcome Lou Diamond Phillips. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure, absolutely. Back in my old stomping grounds. Pretty thrilled about it.
How's it being back in Dallas?
So far, it's great. I mean, I literally just hit the ground running. I got in from Vancouver, up there working on Stargate Universe right now. But absolutely thrilled to bring this film Transparency that I did just before Christmas. So, I mean, it's been a quick turnaround. But it's a wonderful film, and I'm here seeing some old friends, some old, not just college buddies, but junior high school friends of mine are coming up to see the film tonight. So it's old home week.
Good deal. Well, we had the director here earlier, and apparently the film just got finished like 2 weeks ago.
I'm sure it's still dripping wet. I literally, no, it's one of those, and thank goodness. I mean, I've slept with a lot of people in Dallas, and that helped out to get the film here. Wow. Oh, the camera's rolling. Oh my! Did I say that on camera? No, Michael Caine and I went to college together, and what you do in college is experimental. So anyway. I was able to call him as I was making the film. I immediately thought of this festival. I really did, because the script was fantastic. Raul Ingles, the director, is ridiculously talented, and I could see what we were doing in a very short amount of time with very little money, and it just struck me as one of those little gems that you find sometimes. And having seen not the complete finished film, but a cut of it, I was extremely proud of it. And called Michael and said, "Do you guys have any room? And can I submit this?" And it went through the vetting process, and I'm very, very thrilled that I could bring Transparency here for the world premiere in Dallas.
Well, I'm curious about why you chose the role. As you said, you called it a smaller gem. Mm-hmm. So how do you choose your roles?
It has to interest me. I mean, I've made over 80 films now, and God knows how much television. I'm still looking for things that excite me. Roles that challenge me. I am proud to say I've never walked through a role, but that's because I've never taken anything that I thought was boring. Interestingly enough, it was sort of an evolution that came to the making of Transparency, in that I did a film a year and a half ago called The Angel and the Bad Man for Hallmark, a remake of the John Wayne film. I worked with Deborah Kara Unger in that, who is also in Transparency. But there was a day player, an actor in for a day, Matt Kelly, the producer. He, by the way, is an absolute pervert, and if anything really goes wrong, don't bail him out this weekend, okay? Let him know what the Texas justice system's all about. Matt and I hit it off on set that day. I mean, he's an absolute wackadoo, and he goes, "Listen, I'm a producer as well." I went, "Yeah, sure you are." Now he's hitting on me, I gave that up long ago. He said, "Listen, I would love to work with you. I'd love to find a film." And he at the time was saying, "I want to find something gritty, something really hard edged and." Get you back into that, taxi driver mode, if you will, which is one of my favorite films. And a year later, he calls him and says, "Listen, I've got this script," and sent it to me. In the first 5 pages, I was grabbed. I mean, we're dealing with a guy who's an ex-cop, and his daughter is brutally raped early on in the film, and so this is something he carries with him, and it becomes his driving force as he's trying to find this other young girl who has been kidnapped into a human trafficking ring. So it's a lot of sunshine and light. It's harsh. It's an intense film, but at the same time, it was a fantastic role, and one that I was thrilled to do.
Now, have you ever considered any other type of projects, as far as maybe being a writer or being a director even?
I have directed 3 films. The last one was a Hallmark film called Love Takes Wing that aired last summer. I did, let me see, Sioux City, which won a Gold Award at the Houston Film Festival as a director, and I've had 3 of my screenplays produced. So I continue to write, I continue to direct, which is very much the kind of thing that I started at the University of Texas at Arlington, and even out at Stage West, in Fort Worth, and with a bunch of crazy people, Kurt Kleiman, Mario Cabrera, Sarah, Cheryl Jones, we were called the 0 Hour. And we did a lot of sketch comedy. It was kind of like a very raunchy Saturday Night Live in punk bars. And, you know, that really helped train that other side of me, that side that was, you know, very production oriented. As a matter of fact, I've just finished 2 screenplays. One is a big science fiction project that would probably take a long time to get off the ground, but the other one is a personal film about a friend of mine that I wrote, and I can't talk about it too much, but literally just finished that one last week. So.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked is because you take on a project like Transparency or some of these other projects like the Taxi Roll that you were mentioning, and those are so much more deeper, kind of people, human interest type, and a lot of times writers, directors will kind of lend themselves to those type of roles more. And so I was interested in finding out, you know, of the projects, do you have anything upcoming as far as that beyond what you mentioned?
Yeah, I'm attached to direct a couple of films right now that are trying to find their money, and that, you know, thank God for, you know, places like the Dallas Film Festival that allows, you know, filmmakers to be seen and their work to be seen. I'm attached to direct one action film that we'll see what happens with that. But there's another film that I'm attached to direct called The Tao of Surfing, based on a Pulitzer Prize nominated novel. And the author of that actually asked me to direct it. So it's a beautiful script. They're trying to get their money now, and it's a surf movie, but with sort of an amazing background. I mean, I don't mean to frivolize it by calling it a surf movie, but it is about a couple of friends who are surfers and this sort of amazing drama that happens in their life.
Now, in terms of bringing film production to Texas or supporting local film festivals like Dallas International Film Festival, if you were asked by out-of-state industry peers, what would you like them to know about your hometown, you know, or Texas in general? I've
tried to bring a number of projects here. Another thing that I wrote and directed that was actually in the starting gate with a production company, but unfortunately kind of fell apart at the 11th hour, was something that I was looking to shoot in Austin. I have a screenplay, one of my first, that was based on a play that I wrote at UTA, set in Corpus Christi. So I would 100% come back, because you have incredibly talented filmmakers here. Obviously, Austin has blown up. You know, I mean, Robert Rodriguez and Mike Judge and people like that, Linklater, doing amazing work down there. So, I mean, you have a great support system to come here and shoot. But you also, I mean, you got Texas, man. You know, you've got urban centers, you've got beaches, you've got desert, you've got, you know, the rural areas. You will find just about anything you need in a film setting by shooting here. And, you know, it's one of my great regrets right now that I haven't had a chance to come back and direct in this state.
Well, we hope that you do in the future, but for now, we're really happy to have you here at the festival. Happy to have your movie, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. We're going to have some fun.